Alexa, define ranger.
Ranger. A person that wanders or ranges over a particular domain. A guardian or mounted soldier. For example, the Power Rangers.
Or the Rescue Rangers. Didn't we just finish talking about those pint-sized protectors? Any fans of Chip and Dale should definitely check out that dedicated video.
And what about the Lone Ranger?
Hey, that's right. He first appeared on radio in 1933, making him like the OG pop culture ranger, at least in my mind.
Hail, Silver, hooray! A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo, Silver, the Lone Ranger.
His show helped to bring about the golden age of westerns. In fact, by 1959, there were something like 26 different westerns airing on primetime television. Of course, things were about to change in the 1960s, as Stinky Pete put it in Toy Story 2.
2 words, Sputnik. Once the astronauts went up, children only wanted to play with space toys. I know how that feels.
Americans had been interested in space travel for some time, but Kennedy's promise to put a man on the moon by the end of the 60s helped to make that dream seem like it might be a reality.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Space historian Walter A. McDougall once said that
any fantasy seemed credible. It was in a way a cultural anticipation for the advances of science that the space age would bring.
This wonderful pop culture addiction spread throughout television and the movies for decades to come. And by the time the 90s came around, a small animation studio called Pixar was anxious to introduce audiences to a brand new planetary protector, a different kind of ranger. In this video, we'll be blasting off on a secret mission into uncharted space with...
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit.
Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to another episode of McDonald's Unboxed, where we uncover the truth behind the fast food chain's promotional tie-ins. Please take a moment and click that like button, and if this is your first time checking us out, why not supersize your experience and subscribe to Retro Spectrum. In the year 1986, the legendary entrepreneur Steve Jobs, well, he was ready to invest in a new project. Just 1 year prior, Jobs was forced out of Apple Computer, a company he had co-founded. He met with Star Wars creator George Lucas in order to purchase a computer division that had been producing digital effects for Industrial Light and Magic. One of their biggest accomplishments to date was producing the Genesis effect for Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. George and Steve came to an agreement and Jobs acquired the group, which had something like 40 employees, and established it as an independent company. The name of that company was Pixar. Now that same year, Pixar began a long-standing collaboration with the Walt Disney Company in order to revolutionize the way that animation could be done. After several entertaining animated shorts, Disney was ready to challenge Pixar to create the first entirely computer-animated film. They must have been up to the task because 5 years later, moviegoers were introduced to Sheriff Woody, Bo Peep, Rex the Dinosaur, and an action figure convinced he was an actual space ranger. Toy Story wound up being hugely successful. It became the #1 film the weekend it was released and became the highest grossing film of the year, making something like $361 million worldwide. The overwhelming success of the film was definitely a surprise for the studio and retailers. Buzz Lightyear toys quickly disappeared from shelves, making them somewhat scarce during the Christmas season. Fortunately, the fast food industry wasn't going to miss out, and it was actually Burger King offering 6 different Toy Story toys in a Kids Club meal. If that wasn't enough, you could also purchase one of 4 Toy Story puppets, meaning there was a chance you could go home with 2 different Buzz Lightyear toys.
Looks like it's gonna be a long night. I think we better get more puppets.
The following year in 1996, the Toy Story gang returned to BK with 8 entirely new toys to celebrate the film's VHS release. Of course, Buzz was present and accounted for once more.
These guys really do come to life when you're not looking. Just like in Toy Story. Nuh-uh.
You're my favorite deputy.
Wow.
There were also 3 talking Toy Story toys you could purchase, including Woody, RC Car, and everyone's favorite Space Ranger as well.
Sweetie, could you get me home with the dishes?
Lightyear to the rescue.
Oh, that's nice. Does he do windows too?
All right, so Buzz Lightyear got its first attraction here at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom, here in Tomorrowland, and it's called
Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin.
That's right. It is a mixture of kind of like a midway game with the classic Disney Omni mover, so you can actually control.
Oh, and spinning.
You can control how it works, right? You can control how you spin around. You can actually shoot at targets. It's an awesome, awesome ride. I love the ride, even though it replaced one of my favorite rides, Delta Dream Flight, Take Flight. But I'm happy whenever one of my favorite rides can get replaced with something awesome.
Where are we? It appears we have crash landed on the planet Satalandamak. Give me that. Check it out. Let's get going. Wait for me.
When Toy Story 2 was released in 1999, McDonald's was not going to miss out on a successful cross-promotion this time around. They'd have 20 different toys, including Buzz, and you could purchase one of 6 candy dispensers when you ordered any value meal. And as you probably guessed, Buzz was there also.
A space-age simulation of me, packed with indulgence.
Hey, speaking of Buzz, because you know, that's what this video is about. Remember when he discovered Zurg was his father?
You killed my father.
No, Buzz. I am your father.
I wonder if that's going to be canon in the new film.
Oh, I can't stand the suspense. I can't.
Oh boy.
Rex.
Gee, maybe we went too far.
Just kidding.
Good one, Rex. Very good. Buzz Lightyear also appeared on an animated television show in 2000 known as Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. His primary enemy was, of course, the evil Emperor Zurg. And the show had something like 62 episodes, which isn't that bad. Plus, the show even got a McDonald's Happy Meal with 6 toys that could be combined in order to create a really cool spaceship. Next time we'd see Buzz Lightyear at McDonald's was in the 100 Years of Disney Happy Meal, celebrating Walt Disney's 100th birthday. You know, with 100 different toys, your chances of getting Buzz weren't great. He'd also appear on the Pixar Pal Happy Meal and the happiest celebration on Earth at McDonald's. In 2004, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Orbiters opened in Tokyo Disneyland. It was an updated version of Space Ranger Spin. It also opened in both Hong Kong and Disneyland, California 1 year later. The version that opened in Disneyland Paris in 2006 had a slightly different name, going by Buzz Lightyear's Laser Blast. In 2008, Buzz Lightyear would finally have an opportunity to go to infinity and beyond.
Those rocket packs are working well. Weighing in at nearly 600 pounds, the Buzz Lightyear balloon celebrates the Space Rangers' return to the big screen, this time in 3D in Toy Story 3, which opens in 2010. Buzz, whose name was inspired by Apollo astronaut Buzz Aldrin, is voiced by Tim Allen in all 3 movies.
A Buzz Lightyear balloon would fly high above the Big Apple for the first time in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Oh, but that's not all. There was even a Buzz Lightyear action figure who'd take a ride on the Space Shuttle Discovery in order to visit the International Space Station. Toy Story 3 arrived in theaters in 2010, and audiences discovered that Buzz Lightyear, well, he was fluent in Spanish and was an impeccable dancer.
Venga conmigo, señorita. Le enseñaré las maravillas de la galaxia y juntos, con nuestro amor, venceremos al mal.
In 2016, Buzz Lightyear received an attraction at Shanghai Disneyland called Buzz Lightyear Planet Rescue. It looks similar to the intro from Toy Story 2 and definitely appears to be more impressive than any of the other Buzz Lightyear rides. When Toy Story 4 was released, most of us were excited for the return of Bo Peep. Admittedly, I'm a huge Annie Potts fan. I'm a huge fan of her movies. I was also really excited for the Toy Story 4 Happy Meal, where you could combine all of the toys in order to create an RV. If you'd like to learn more about that Happy Meal, you can check out our dedicated video. Finally, in 2020, McDonald's released a special Pixar Anniversary Happy Meal featuring several iconic characters in soft, plushy form. We snagged Buzz Lightyear and put together a designated video for that one as well for anyone who's interested. Now Buzz is back, and I couldn't be more excited. When the first trailer dropped and Bowie's Starman was playing in the background, I flipped out a little bit. If Buzz makes any references to Major Tom at any point in the film, we're all gonna go and do McFlurry shots. That's just it. Now, I'll admit, it was a little bit of a shock to learn that Tim Allen would not be voicing the character in Lightyear. Instead, we get the quintessential Captain America, Chris Evans, to take on the role of Mrs. Nesbitt. I mean Buzz Lightyear.
That's great.
Hey, fun fact. Both actors, Tim Allen and Chris Evans, they share the same birthday. Tim was born on June 13th, 1953, while Chris was born on the same day in 1981. So let's celebrate the birthday of these two amazing space rangers and check out the new Lightyear Happy Meal.
Be careful!
Yeah, looks mysterious.
Actually, it's lunch.
Discover milk, apples, and a toy from the new movie Lightyear in every McDonald's Happy Meal.
So here it is, the Lightyear Happy Meal, well, the Lightyear Happy Meal box. As I flip it over and open it up, you can see we have Socks the cat, one of the characters from Lightyear. And below him is the Robot Scrambler, a cool little game that you can play while you're eating your Happy Meal. On the front, we have Lightyear himself hanging out. And on the side, you can actually see all of the different toys that are available in this Happy Meal. There's a lot of them, and they look really, really cool. In total, we've picked up 2 Happy Meals today, and I can't wait to see what our first toy is. And it looks like we have toy number 1, and it's Buzz Lightyear. All right, let's open it up. So it looks like Buzz is hanging out in his spaceship, the XL-01. It kind of reminds me of like Star Fox or like Space Invaders or like a video game spaceship. It's very cool looking. You can pop open the top and see Buzz up close and personal. He's got a very, very stern look on his face. Really like it though. So one other thing I enjoy a lot about this is that it came with a sticker pack, some decals that you can add to Buzz to make him look more authentic to the movie. And once you get all those stickers on, man, it looks really, really sharp. And I think this is like one of the better quality McDonald's toys to come out. So I'm very, very excited to add this to my collection of Buzz Lightyear memorabilia. Let's go ahead and check out and see what else we got in our second Happy Meal. It looks like we have, this is a big one. It looks like we got Zurg, the evil Emperor Zurg. All right, let's open him up and check him out. Zurg comes in this really massive purple ship. You can pop it open and check out Zurg's face. He looks angrier than he's ever looked in any of the Toy Story films. And very, very impressive. Very impressive toy. Again, sticker sheet, decals. Let's go ahead and add these decals to Zurg and see what he looks like. All right, so here we go. It is Zurg flying around in his fighter ship. You can check out the back end. Tons of cool looking decals on this one. Again, just a really impressive McDonald's toys this time around. And it's cool that I got both Buzz and the evil Emperor Zurg.
Where'd that music come from?
Thank you so much for checking out this episode of McDonald's Unboxed, featuring characters from Disney and Pixar's Lightyear. Now, before you go, I have some questions I'd like you to answer. First, have you seen Lightyear, and what did you think of the film? Also, which Toy Story film is your absolute favorite? Tell us all about it in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click that like button on the way out and subscribe to Retro Spectrum so you don't miss a single episode of McDonald's Unboxed.